Let's turn to weather now. 13 First Alert meteorologist Allie Potter joins us. Allie, a lot of people woke up to rain. Will we see any more?
Well, things seem to be clearing out at this moment, Rebecca, and that's going to be the case for the rest of our afternoon. Taking a live look here with our 13 First Alert radar, diving in to give you a closer idea of exactly what we're tracking here. A little bit of sprinkles here and there, some moisture, especially in the higher elevations, but overall drying out. Here's what the rest of our afternoon looks like. Here's around 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock this evening. Again, clear conditions will prevail. A live look here to Tombstone, the northwest side, Tucson mountains, even Mount Bigelow. Yeah, definitely seeing a winter wonderland up there, and definitely chilly. 59 degrees down the mountain at the Tucson International Airport. Those wind speeds are calm. Checking in with our temperatures for the remainder of our region. 57 Salmon Well, 60s for Marana, 59 in Tucson, 53 in Safford. How much rain did we pick up overnight and even this morning? Details on the way. Rebecca.
We can all relate to that. 13 First Alert meteorologist Allie Potter joins us now. It's like getting free tickets to an air show.
Oh, I know. It's so beautiful. And the skies are going to be clear once the clouds kind of roll out of the way. But we're not anticipating any type of rain today. Maybe another storm system in a couple of days. More of that on the way. But how much rainfall have we received so far? 0.10 of an inch at the Tucson International Airport. This is what we woke up to. This was 5 o'clock this morning. Notice we saw those widespread showers throughout the region around 7 o'clock. And notice that higher elevation snow. This is right now rolling into the afternoon. Again, we will see some cloud cover though remaining throughout the afternoon, but overall dry conditions. Here's a current radar that we're tracking here. Notice that we are seeing some moisture that's still sticking around there, but overall starting to dry on out. Don't be surprised if maybe a sprinkle or two in the next couple of hours again, but then drying out the remainder of our afternoon. Here's a live look here to Summer Haven, a beautiful winter wonderland we are tracking here. Now, the road to Mount Lemmon is closed unless you work or live on Mount Lemmon, okay? So we can't enjoy the fresh powder, but last check, about an inch or two on Summer Haven and about 2 to 4 inches Ski Valley. Here's a live look here from the Mount Lemmon General Store, just giving you another view here. Again, closed to the public. However, if you live or work on Mount Lemmon, of course, you're able to go up. 59 degrees we are sitting at in Tucson, 55 Sierra Vista, Nogales 56, 61 for Marana, 55 in Safford, 57 for Salmon Well. Notice that cloud cover is still hanging on. It does kind of look like a little bit of rain there with that shaft there. Overall, just dry conditions will prevail. Here's a look at our updated rain chances. We had a 60% chance for rain this morning. However, definitely dropping. 0 heading into Wednesday, but another storm system. It's a baby one. It's just a light storm system that can bring us the potential for more rain Thursday, Friday, drying out by the weekend. Here's a look at your hiking forecast. 60 degrees we are seeing, but then picking up just slightly there. We are going to continue with the 60s, the lower end for the remainder of the day. And guess what? Those 60s are going to be hanging out with us for the rest of our work week. 63 today, 65 by tomorrow, 20% chance for storms Thursday, Friday. We are seeing really a nice weekend on tap. Lots of sunshine, the 60s jumping up to 70s by Sunday, 80 next week.
Yeah, I think Mother Nature just scheduled it perfectly.
I think so too. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. Thanks, Allie.
Taking a live look with our 13 First Alert radar. Those clouds are starting to clear a little bit. So is the rain. The blue you see, that's just maybe a little dusting or so on Mount Lemmon. But again, overall starting to dry on out. And here's a live look to Summer Haven. Here's another view from the Mount Lemmon General Store. About an inch or two of snow.
Pretty good.
Is what's being reported. It is closed, by the way. So it's exciting to see snow and you want to drive on up there, but only if you live or work on Mount Lemmon, you're able to head on up. Here's a look at our 7-day, drying out today, the 60s, so a little bit on the chilly side. Our next round of storms, 20% chance Thursday and Friday, but a beautiful weekend ahead.
And that 80-degree day next week, incredible. All right, that does it for us. We'll see you back here for 13 News Live at 3.
Us now, a wet start today. Things are clearing out, but it is cool.
It is definitely on the chilly side in the 60s, Valerie. Taking a live look here with our 13 first alert radar. Notice we are now clearing out here. A little bit more deeper dive. Notice this was about an hour ago. And again, just some cloud cover, peaks of sunshine too. 0.1 of an inch at the Tucson International Airport. That's how much we've received so far since even our overnights. Here's a live look to Mount Bigelow. Things aren't necessarily clear here just yet, but we did see some fresh powder. A live look to Summer Haven to give you a closer idea of exactly what our view is. 2 inches have been reported on Summer Haven. Right now we are left with chilly temperatures, the 50s for Tucson, 61 in Salmonwell, 64 in Marana, 59 for Benson, 55 Huachuca City, 57 Nogales, 52 in Bisbee, 62 degrees for Safford, the 60s for you in Casa Grande along with Ajo. We are tracking our next storm system. This has the potential to bring us more rain. Details up next, Val.
Okay, see you in a bit. Friends and colleagues of the Reverend Jesse Jackson are promising clear skies today with highs holding in the far out 60s. 13 First Alert meteorologist Allie Potter joins us. So we're still tracking rain this week, though a slimmer chance.
Yes, a very slim chance. Now, this morning, though, lots of folks actually picked up some rain and even higher elevation snow. We'll talk more about that in a second, but the clouds are starting to clear a little bit. The rain definitely has faded, and now we're left with peaks of sunshine. But we can be tracking our next weather maker in just a couple of days. Here's a look to even Wednesday. Again, we have a very slight chance for rain heading into Thursday. Potential continues later on in the week. We did pick up 0.1 of an inch at the Tucson International Airport, and obviously we can see more later on this week. Here's a live look to Mount Bigelow. Fresh powder for our friends up there. Now, Summer Haven received around 2 inches of snow, and then Ski Valley is somewhere around 4. And the potential for even more snow later on, but only a 10% chance for Wednesday, Thursday, jumping up to a 20% chance for rain by Friday. The good news is if you have any outdoor plans this weekend, we tend to dry out. How much rainfall could we pick up with this next storm system? Not much, kind of close to what we received today. 0.7 of an inch for Tucson, barely getting on the board for Wilcox, Safford, and Nogales. Gusty winds along with this past system, though, overnight, maybe even woke you up. 32 miles per hour, but look at Flagstaff, 55 miles per hour, 43 miles per hour in Sierra Vista, 32 in Nogales, 37 in Marana. A lot of these were around that midnight time frame. Casa Grande about 3 o'clock in the morning. Those gusty winds have the potential to stick around, but then start to slowly fade off. Here's around Cochise County during 5 o'clock. This evening. 59 in Tucson, 57 Sierra Vista. Notice those clouds are so kind of sticking around, but overall the sun is starting to shine through. 63 in Marana, 60 for Safford, 61 in Salmonwell. You might be feeling the chill though. 13 degrees cooler now than 24 hours ago in Tucson, 7 Salmonwell, 10 for Sassabee, 12 for Bisbee and Douglas, 13 in Sierra Vista, 14 degrees cooler in Portal. This evening, we're going to dip down to 42 degrees for our overnight lows. The sun will officially set at 6:12 this evening. A live look here to Mount Bigelow once again with our 7-day forecast. A slight chance for rain for the next couple of days. Friday looks a little better at a 20. Those 60s are hanging out with us for the next few days, but your weekend looking amazing. Yeah, we're tracking the 80s next week.
I'm used to the roller coaster ride now, but this one's just going straight up.
It's not this anymore.
No,
there's no more kiddie rides. It's get ready, let's go. Hands up, baby.
Hands up. There you go. All right, thank you. All right, Kayla, thank you. It's a chilly day. 13 First Alert meteorologist Allie Potter joins us. You know, today it's got that winter vibe.
Yes, and now a little spring-like just because we are seeing peaks of sunshine, as you just saw in Kayla's live shot there. Not so much the case this morning. We were waking up to rain, gusty winds, definitely those clouds were hanging out with us. Things have since faded off. We are seeing a little bit of cloud cover though at this hour. We did pick up 0.10 of an inch though at the Tucson International Airport for today. A live look to Mount Bigelow. Yeah, fresh powder we received this morning and overnight. A live look to Summerhaven. They're actually reporting about 2 inches of fresh powder from overnight to even this morning. Temp-wise, that storm system has kept us cool. 61 in San Manuel, 59 in Tucson, 60 for Benson, 62 in Safford, 51 for Bisbee, 59 Nogales, 63 if you're hanging out in Sells, 65 over in Ajo. Tonight, we're going to dip down to 42 degrees for your overnight lows. The sun will officially set at 6:12 this evening. We're tracking our next weather maker that has the potential to bring us more rain. Details up next, Val.
Interesting. And we're tracking our slim chance of rain that's coming. 13 First Alert meteorologist Allie Potter joins us right now. And, you know, I woke up this morning and it was raining. And I don't like when the rain wakes me up, but I thoroughly enjoyed the cooler temperatures.
I know, and that's so nice. It was a nice change. Because we're going to be tracking the 80s next week, believe it or not. But we're finally fitting in, I feel like, with the rest of the country. In fact, we're cooler than even Dallas, 75, Houston, 80 degrees, New Orleans, 72. We are at 59 degrees at this hour. El Paso, 66. I mean, we're not far off from Chicago, 54 degrees. So, yeah, but don't get used to these temperatures. A big change is on the way. Speaking of changes, we are about 13 degrees cooler now than 24 hours ago. For Tucson, 7, San Manuel and Marana, 11 for Safford, 12 for Wilcox, 13 in Sierra Vista, 10 for Sassabee, 12 in Bisbee, 13 Sierra Vista, 12 if you're hanging out in Douglas. Here's a live look from Tumamoc Hill. Notice that sun is starting to peek on through. 59 degrees in Tucson, 57 Sierra Vista, Nogales, 66 in Marana, 60 in Safford, 59 if you're hanging out in San Manuel. Our radar is picking up just a little bit of cloud cover. I mean, it really was a cloudy day to start off our Tuesday, but since it has started to veer out of the way. We're tracking our next weather maker. 2 different systems have the potential to bring us some rain and maybe some higher elevation snow. A 10% chance for rain tomorrow, Thursday, 20 by Friday. Here's a look at your Thursday early morning making its way through town, but then again on Friday, this is in the middle of the day, actually around 2 o'clock. Friday around 11 o'clock at night. How much rainfall have we received so far? Well, about 0.10 of an inch at the Tucson International Airport, and more to come, obviously, with that potential for rain later in the week. Mount Bigelow, here's a live look for you. Looks beautiful. A nice little winter wonderland for our friends up there. 10% chance for rain the next couple of days, jumping up to 20 by Friday, but we dry out this weekend. How much rainfall could we anticipate? 0.07 of an inch according to our GFS model for Tucson. Some gusty winds to go along with this storm this morning. This is around midnight-ish, 3 o'clock in the morning for Casa Grande at 31 miles per hour, 32 for Tucson. The 30 range, 43 miles per hour in Sierra Vista. The good news is those wind speeds are going to die down around that dinner time frame. This evening, your overnights look like this, 42 degrees. Tomorrow, 60s continue. Well, and for the next couple of days, that storm system is going to keep things a little bit on the cool side. We're tracking our next weather maker. After that, that's going to bring us heat. Warming up to the 80s.
Yeah, we're just keeping our fingers crossed for good weather for the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
Oh, I know. We're a little bit too far out for that.
Yeah.
To know temp-wise, but fingers crossed that, you know, hey, this storm system could have affected next week, but we're like, nope,
Yeah.
Good weather thoughts.
Yes. All right. Speaking of that, the one with Allie, we did get that bit of rain.
Yes, we did. We also received some mountain snow as well. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. But look at this 7-day forecast, 64 for tomorrow. Slight chance for rain, 80s next week.